For the love of the game. What's your view of the game? What's your view? Right.
This Sierra Leone tour is brought to you by FC Johansen and all our wonderful sponsors. Now come on, let's get into this video. Hi, welcome to AFTV. I got Robbie with me. We are in Sierra Leone, Freetown, and we've just witnessed Arsenal beat Crystal Palace 5-1 at Selhurst Park. Plenty goals. And let me just tell everyone, we've had to come inside because 3 levels of this venue is ram-packed with Arsenal fans that wouldn't even allow us to do anything without being pulled, grabbed. So we come inside, but Robbie, I want you to start with just the atmosphere, the fan. Let's talk about, we're going to talk about the game, but let's just talk about what you've experienced here in Sierra Leone.
Honestly, the fans over in Sierra Leone have been absolutely electric. From the day we got here, the welcomes we got, and then I knew it was going to be crazy, right? Just by, you drive around the streets, everybody's got an Arsenal top on, right? You know what I mean? You go everywhere, everyone says they're an Arsenal. You speak to the ordinary guy on the street, he's an Arsenal fan. You went to see the president today, his wife's an Arsenal fan. You see MPs are here, they're Arsenal fans. I mean, the whole place. And then in here today, they just shut it down. I mean, the atmosphere in here, when that first goal went in, it was absolutely electric. I think, I've had a little weight loss. I think I lost another stone in here today. I mean, it was absolutely brilliant. Absolutely wonderful experience, man. And I got to just say, for these fans over here in Sierra Leone, they're absolutely brilliant. I mean, Arsenal recognise these. I know they do anyway. I know the club does a lot of outreach, but recognise these fans, man. In Africa, they are absolutely incredible. And yet again, they delivered. And it looks like every time we come to Africa and we do one of these watch parties, right, Arsenal turn up in a big way. We had the one earlier on in the year
6
in Ghana.
goals against West Ham.
That was 6-0. 5 goals today.
Yeah.
I mean, 5-1 to Arsenal, and what a performance. I mean, it was a bit shaky in parts, but I think we deserved to win.
Well, let's talk about in the parts, because in the first half, we were up, but you were saying, I don't know, defensively we look a little bit sloppy at times.
Yeah, we got a bit sloppy. I mean, but listen, we scored the goals, and Gabriel Jesus, let's give it up for him. 2 goals again today. He scored a hat-trick during the week. It's tricky, you know what? It's tricky sometimes when you've got to play the same team twice in a week. We see a lot of times that happens, and you might win one and lose the other, or draw the other. And we know that Arsenal are under a lot of pressure at the moment not to draw a game. We know, I mean, we've had a 0-0 draw against Everton last week. We had the 1-1 draw against Fulham. All eyes were on Arsenal today, right? What are you going to do? You're going to score some goals. We see some goals from open play. We delivered 5 goals. And you had a mixture. Goals from open play, right? Great goal by Declan Rice there at the end. And you had goals from set plays. And Monaco do it the other day, which it didn't work. I was reading a paper a couple of weeks ago, and they're like, teams have found a new way to defend Arsenal set pieces, leave players up front. And I was like, are they mad? That's not going to work, because if you don't clear the ball and get that ball up to the players up front, you're in big trouble because you're completely outnumbered.
And he said that as well before.
Yeah,
just before,
and I said that
on the
before
corner.
The first one, and then I thought that was, and then they did it again, and some poor defending from them as well. But we took our goals well. Jesus, well done to him.
Can we talk
Martinelli as well?
Can we talk about Jesus just quickly? Is it fair for fans, or would you say, to put their chips and their stock in Jesus, or is it just a blip? He's got a purple patch of 5 goals in 2 games, or would you say, do you know what? Maybe he's making a bit of a comeback, because I know a lot of fans, they writ him off.
Listen, a lot of fans writ him off. Like, I'd say even me, I was looking at him thinking, I don't know about this guy now. You know what I mean? It's been so long since he scored. You know what I mean? His confidence is low. He comes on in games. He's not really made an impact. But they got this old adage in football. They say, sometimes you've got to get a goal, 1 goal. It even goes in off your backside, right? And he got that hat-trick during the week. And I was saying to myself, remember we were talking about, I say he has to start today. He must start. He put Havertz back into midfield, started him up front, and he delivered. And maybe this could be a chance now for Jesus to go on a run. I do think he's a guy. He needs confidence. Should have had a hat-trick today, really.
Yeah, you're right.
Because he had that chance when he hit it straight at the keeper, but the confidence is flowing with him, and he had a great game again today. You know what I mean? And another player that's been having a real crisis of confidence is Martinelli. Had to be switched to the right after Saka went off injured early in the game.
We'll talk about that.
And that's not great. But listen, well done to him. Scored a goal and also had an assist. You know what I mean? That Saka moments.
And exactly, and Martinelli, you know, he
needed that as well.
It's good for his confidence to boost. But let's talk about that. When Saka went down, actually, Abue, funny enough, was next to me and said he's done. Because he said as soon as he grabbed his hamstring, he said he knew he's not going to stay on. Went off straight away. You hear the fans, they feel the passion, they love the player. You heard them as soon as no! Everyone's going, no! They're feeling the pain. Are you worried? I mean, Saka, you know, I know how much you love Saka. I'm sure they all know how much you love Saka. Is it a worry, or do you think?
Yeah, of course. It's bad news. He's our best player. You know what I mean? So it looked like a hamstring, but he's holding his. You know, at first I was thinking knee, but it looked more like a hamstring. And we all know we had that doctor who came on to the channel. By the way, we've got another video with him coming out soon. But he came onto the channel and he said, when you get a hamstring, even a minor one, you have to rest that. And it's a couple of weeks at least. So I don't think we're going to see him for the rest of the Christmas. But what you need when a player of that stature is out is you need the other players who come in to step up.
Reaction was good from Arsenal.
Reaction was great. They stepped up. Martinelli stepped up in that position. And it was all great. We scored 5 goals.
5 goals. It was nice to see some of the players returning. You know, like Calafiori returning today. Yeah. I mean, there was some. I think we saw some yellow cards that got given away quite cheaply by Arsenal, but it was nice to see some of the players returning. I mean, we saw Rice come on, who I didn't know why he wasn't in the starting 11, but he didn't start. He didn't end up starting. But he came on.
It was a bit of a doubt, I think, before the game, but you know what I mean. He came on and what a goal by him. I want to see more of that from Decoros. He's got that ability, you know what I mean, and fantastic goal at the end, you know what I mean, and I was so pleased for him and so pleased for those fans. You could see them. And my brothers, you know, he had my ticket today. Yeah, you know what I mean? So big up. I think Turkish had your ticket.
Well, yeah.
Right, so big up to them too. They must have really enjoyed that game. Palace is always a great atmosphere. But you know what? Even though I miss being at Palace for the game, but I wouldn't have given it away for this today. This has been
an experience.
This has been an unbelievable experience. I mean, before the game, and people used to get to see the videos, we went to meet the president of the country. They invited us to come and meet him. We met the president, and the president's wife is a massive, massive Arsenal fan. He's a United fan, right? But he's still a good guy. But his wife is a massive Arsenal fan, and their hospitality was brilliant. And she was just talking about how many Arsenal fans are in the country. She was talking about how much she loves Arsenal. She's told us about how her daughter switched to Chelsea because we hadn't won nothing for a while. So I'm saying to the president's daughter, right, and I'm saying it carefully, right, and respectfully.
Let me get careful.
And I'm saying it respectfully, right? Switch back to Arsenal, you know what I mean? You can't go wrong with us. And it was important that we won today because Manchester City, again, dropping points. I know it's not them we're chasing, but we put a bit of daylight between us and them. Now, you know what I mean, can Spurs do Arsenal a favour tomorrow? And then Chelsea, I mean, all Arsenal got to keep doing now, just keep winning and get close to where those two are. And it ain't over yet.
Yeah, let me end by speaking about the fans that you mentioned. I know you mentioned just there kind of in your final speech, but just to close off by the experience you've had, like we said, like coming to Sierra Leone. I'm not saying I didn't listen. I never expect how these trips are going to go. Ghana was a complete slap in the face. I couldn't believe how amazing it was. Coming here today and the experience of the fans, the love. Not just listen for Arsenal 100% today, but they love football. They love coming together. Football brings a lot of people together. From going to the prisons and speaking about football to going to the events, seeing the people in the streets, and then having events like this. But how much have you taken just from being here in Sierra Leone, in Freetown, and meeting the people?
Yeah, no, Freetown's an unbelievable city. This is an unbelievable country. You know what I mean? I urge people to come here and visit. What a fantastic country it is. And just don't take Air Morocco when you fly there, you know what I mean? And lose your luggage. Right? Apart from that, an unbelievable place to come to. The people so friendly, like everywhere you go, so friendly, so knowledgeable about football as well. Yes. And also I want to thank a couple of people. Let's thank the guys from FC Johansen, Aisha, right, and Malik. You know what I mean? These guys had the vision to make this happen, you know what I mean? And they brought us over here. Rodney as well, big up to him. And also, let's thank some of the legends because we've been hanging out with big legends, Manuel Abue. What a character he is, such a brilliant guy. Kanu, absolute inspiration, you know what I mean? He wasn't here today, he had to fly back to Nigeria, but he was there for the Legends game yesterday, still got it. And also El Hadj Diouf kept telling us about Liverpool. Great guy, but won that team there, you know.
We didn't see him.
We're coming for him.
As soon as Arsenal started winning, he
where did he go? Where did El Hadj Diouf go? He disappeared. You know what I mean? He ran off. right?
Yeah.
He didn't want to see real football, you know
Exactly.
what I mean? But no, El Hadj Diouf, great guy, and I've had a brilliant time here, man. It's been absolutely fantastic. And big up to the production guys as well. They've been amazing as well. You're going to get to see some of the content that we've put out over. It's absolutely amazing. So,
And finally, big up you again. I know you do this. I know you don't like always getting the flowers on camera, but Rob, what you've created, what you've built, being able to come over here. Big thanks to FC Johansen as well for bringing us. But what you've done and connection, it's been mind blowing to
listen,
see.
for me, it's important that we get out to all these different countries, you know what I mean, and show love to these countries, you know what I mean, and we're going to be doing more of these, you know what I mean. We've got more lined up. I think next year, in the new year, Kenya's one is a definite one, and Jamaica. I know.
Yeah, we're getting cussed.
Why? What will not cost me? But we're coming soon. But right now, we're going back to England. Right, it's Christmas. We're back for our families, you know what I mean. So big up to our families. But this has been amazing.
Merry Christmas to you all. See you soon.
They're here for the love of the game. What's your views every game? What's your views?